It's that time again for my weekly update of what's going on in the world of D&T and some nuggets of advice that I can give you. Now, those of you that have ever worked alongside me will know that I'm not a tax expert. However, I've got an amazing team of tax experts, and they've highlighted some areas that they've seen that businesses aren't necessarily making the most of the opportunities that are available to them. And for today's little update, I wanted to share a couple of the simple things that you can do that actually could have a real benefit in your pocket, because let's be honest, none of us like paying any more tax than we legally have to. So let's have a look at what we can do. Now, the first one is trivial benefits. Now, if you've not heard of trivial benefits and you're a small business, this is something that you really need to consider. So for any employees, and when I say employees, this also includes directors of small limited companies, so that could be you as a director, as an employee of your company, you can claim trivial benefits. Now, there are a few rules around it, and the team will advise you on your particular circumstances, but you have the opportunity of making trivial gifts of £50 or less to your employees, potentially including yourself. Now, there are some limitations if you're a director. There's a limit to the number of these that you can make, but it's a fantastic way of taking some small benefits out of your business that are tax-free. So that's the first thing that I'd suggest you consider. Second thing is to have a think about whether you want to look at any other tax-free ideas. So there are tax initiatives around for ideas, there's tax initiatives for long service awards and so on. Again, the team can help you with all of these and identify the biggest opportunities for you to save some tax. Third thing is R&D tax credits. Now, I know firsthand from my work with ACCA that HMRC are looking into this, and the reason they're looking into it is because it is such an attractive tax benefit. Now, we work with a partner firm who won't put in a negligent claim in terms of just trying to claim as much as they can, but they will look through and see how much you can claim legitimately, and they'll put a claim in on your behalf on a success fee. So it actually doesn't cost you anything to try this. So if you've invested in any R&D, and this can be any innovations, any developments in your products and so on, then let us know. We can make this introduction for you, and you could have a very impressive tax benefit that comes from it. And trust me, it's really, really worth just investigating to see if there's something you can do. Next up is company cars. Now, I'm sure that you would have seen the proliferation of charging points and Teslas and so on our road now. If you're thinking of changing your car, and previously you might have put a mileage claim through your business, have a think about whether it's worth actually having an electric car and potentially putting it through the business. Again, our tax team can help you with this. Speak to your portfolio manager, and they can do the sums to tell you what way is the best way to go. And finally, make sure that you're protected. So you will be hearing from us incessantly about our tax investigations insurance. It doesn't automatically renew. And I know firsthand that we had a case, it was just over a year ago now, that actually the costs of it run into a substantial six-figure sum. Now, had it not been for the insurers, that would have been a case that the business either wouldn't have been able to afford to take on and would have had to have liquidated, or would have afforded to take on, would have had to have had the fees and the risks that go with it. So definitely worth your while for the small costs, making sure that you've got that peace of mind. So that's all for today. A bit of a bullet point listing of tax ideas and savings and what you should be doing to protect yourself. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll speak to you all next week.